Howdy y'all, my name is Gail. Today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different than my usual topics. We're going to talk about Facebook Marketplace and the pros and the cons of listing your items for sale on that platform. What I'd like to do is talk about Facebook Marketplace because I honestly don't think enough people are using it. So that should tell you right there that I'm a proponent of using Facebook Marketplace. So I want to talk about some of the pros and the cons, the goods and the bads. I guess those are the same thing. There are a couple of things sellers want to know. Now keep in mind you can do this if you're just an individual trying to earn a little extra cash, or if you're a reseller and you want to broaden your viewership. Some people, a lot of resellers do list on eBay, but sometimes people forget about eBay, but everybody's up on Instagram or Facebook Marketplace. So this just gives you a broader audience. So as a seller, you want to know, what is it going to cost me to list these items? Because other platforms we use do charge. So what does Facebook Marketplace charge? You can do it as a local sale where they reach out to you through Facebook Messenger and let you know they're interested in the product. When do they have the ability to meet you? And you just kind of arrange that. There's no fee to do so. If you're selling where you're shipping the item to the buyer, which does give you a broader audience, the fees are only 5% of the sale price. So if you sold it for $10, then you're paying 50 cents. They do have a minimum fee of 40 cents. So that means anything you sell for $8 or less will be at 40 cents no matter what. If you're going to sell locally, there is no amount limit to what you sell because it's a local meetup. But if you're doing it through shipping, they require that your sale amount be anywhere between $5 to $500. Let's talk real quick about some of the promotions that Facebook is running. So if you want to test this out, if you're not using it, this is a great time to do it. If you are using Facebook Marketplace, this might give you an opportunity to ramp it up because of the promotions that they're running right now. The first promotion they're running, which is really awesome, and it is very brief. It starts today, actually, August the 14th, and runs through August the 16th. It's unlimited free shipping. So if you're a buyer and someone's shipping something to you, it could be free. If you're a seller and you're shipping it to someone, it's going to be free for the seller. When you list something, you can use the prepaid shipping label from Facebook Marketplace, or you can use your own label. Honestly, I don't know why you would use yours through PayPal or go to the post office or use Pirate Ship. But if you do, that doesn't apply. The free 3 days is only on the prepaid shipping labels. The other promotion that they're running, which is super awesome, is now, and it's been running for a while now, but through October 31st, 2020, there are no fees. So the 5% that they would normally charge on your sale item will be waived. So if you sell something for $10, you actually get $10. Yay! Thank you, Facebook Marketplace. I think they're doing this trying to get more people in to sell on this platform. But even then, 5% compared to other online selling platforms is superior. To do this, you must know you have to have a Facebook account. You cannot do this if you're not linked to Facebook. You also need to be in Marketplace. I did see that they have allowed anybody to sell on Marketplace, but if you want to do the shipping, you have to have an established account. I don't know what that means. I don't know how long you have to have it. So if you've never had Facebook before and you log in and you sign up to be able to sell your items, just keep that in mind. You may not be able to ship right away. I've tried to find what their time frame is, and I don't see it. One of the pros that I like is, just like most platforms, some of them are not user-friendly. This one's relatively easy to list an item. It's pretty quick. And you also have the option to upload 10 photos at one time. When you choose your photos, they will show in the order that you choose them, but they do give you an option to modify that and rearrange the photos as you see fit. If you're on Facebook and you are also part of other groups that are reselling groups, like for example, I'm part of a lot of groups that do buying and selling within my county. when I'm going to list the item on Marketplace, it shows a list of all the groups that I'm part of. So I have the ability to put a check mark by those, and that will help cross post them with all of the different groups that I'm a part of. When it comes to shipping, they make it super easy. You can choose to do your own label, which you would do either going to the post office, using PayPal, or maybe Pirate Ship is another option. I'm not sure why you would do that, because the way they have it structured for their prepaid shipping labels, it's super easy. First of all, not only is it easy, but it's cheap. So when you get the item and you know how much it's going to weigh, including the packaging that you're going to ship it in, then it just gives you a drop-down option where you can choose what your weight is, and then it will tell you what the cost is that the buyer will pay. For example, anything 0 to half of a pound, the buyer will only pay $3. I don't know about you, but that's pretty good for even a 4-pound rate with a discount on eBay. I believe that's even better than what we get on eBay. So they do have a scale, and I'm displaying that on the screen. So if you want to take a screenshot of the item just to kind of have it for a reference, you can, or when you're listing the item, it will pop up and show you the different options. Now you can see you can send anything that's from 0 ounces or half an ounce up to 10 pounds. The beauty of this and actually shipping the items, if you're a new seller especially, you don't have to be afraid. You just say this item weighs 1 pound, so then at that point you will choose the 1 to 2 pound rate. The buyer will pay the $8 for the shipping. Once they buy it, Facebook will send you an email. Let me show you when you get a notification from Facebook about shipping an item, where you go to see it, what it looks like. But what I love about this is anyone new can ship. It's very easy. All you have to do is print the label. So you can use a regular printer and tape that puppy on the package and send it out. Or if you want, they do have a 4x6 option, which I love because I have a Dymo 4XL printer and I like that option to be able to print that. So let's go ahead and take a look at how it looks in Facebook Marketplace when it comes to printing your shipping label. Go to Facebook Marketplace, you go to shipping orders, and then over here there will be a list of items that are waiting to be shipped and items that have been shipped. So you just choose the one that you want or that you need to ship, and here you go. It gives you the information. I'm going to stop here because the information is listed below for the buyer, but here you can change the size of your label. So here's where you can tell it what size you want to print it on. You could choose a regular piece of paper, or if you have a label printer like I do, you can have whatever size you want there. And just click Create Shipping Label. Okay, it pops up, and without showing you the detail of this, all I have to do is just go up here and choose Print. And then the screen comes up, and here you just choose what printer you want. Again, over here is the package information, just a picture of it. So I'm choosing the Dymo printer because that's what I use, but you would choose whatever printer you have, and then you choose print. And then your cat helps you print the labels. Thank you so much for your help, Chloe. Okay, so one of the other bonuses on using Facebook Marketplace when it comes to shipping is you have a 3-day handling time. I love that. So if you only have a couple, you don't feel like going to the post office, or you're on vacation, you don't have to worry about it. So now let's take a look at how you would actually do a listing on Facebook Marketplace, and we'll see how easy it is. You click on Sell at the top, Items, and then you add your photos. I have a lot of photos. You know when you're a reseller, when you have a whole bunch of this kind of stuff. I'm just going to choose the photos that I want to appear in the order that I want them to appear. You put in your title. In this case, I have already copied it. You put in what your price is and the category. It'll give you a suggestion. So I just chose women's clothing. Condition, mine is new, but you can see the options are used, like, new, good, fair. The brand, you can put the brand if you know it. The size, if it's a specific size for clothing. On this, I'm only putting one size. Fits most because people have asked me if they have a size, and it's a hat with an adjustable tag. So you can put a description here if you want to. If there's any flaws, you need to note those there. Here, this is, I guess this helps with the search. So I'll just put what I think will be searched for.
Beach, girl, it's also distressed.
So that's it. You click next at the top right. And here you can put, you can see here, you could choose shipping and local pickup, shipping only, or local pickup only. So I'm doing the shipping and local pickup. Here I could choose to use my own shipping label, if you think it'll be cheaper, I guess, or prepaid. So I do prepaid because they pay for it and I don't worry about it. So when I choose the package weight, you can see here, so they just have the options here. And you just choose based on the weight, and always remember you include what the package, with the packing as well. So mine is 4 ounces, and then I just scroll down. Here it will tell you how much you're going to make, and it'll break it down. If I click it, $15 is the price, $3 is the shipping. They're paying $18. The selling fee is waived as mentioned before, so you could see it's $0, and my the shipping cost for them is $3. So I'm really only getting $15. In reality, when they start charging, it's 5% of the sale. So I'll be getting, instead of $15 in the future, I'll be getting 5% taken off of the 15. If you click next, the next thing is you can click here, and if you want to allow offers, you can choose what your minimum amount that you will consider would be here. If you don't want to accept offers, just don't choose it. Click next. And then here I have different groups that I can post in. You can see this top one is Marketplace. That is the one that offers the shipping. Any other groups I'm part of are just local pickups. I have my own group called My Chunky Cat Garage Sale. Working on building that up, and that will allow us to post. And I click publish. And you can see here it says publishing, and then it goes into an in review status, and then they will review it and then post it. It's that simple. So as you saw, it's relatively quick. It's very simple, straightforward, self-explanatory. The one thing I want to note is there is no place on there for you to put volumes. So if you're selling 3 items that are the same, you don't have the ability to say, I have this one hat and I have 3 of them. And then the buyer has the option to buy 1, 2, or 3. You either need to sell 1, 2, or 3, or just sell 1. And when it sells, then you have to create a new listing for that item again to sell your second one. To me, that's a con. It's something that I don't really like. Now, if you're thinking, oh, I could just create that listing, I'll just create 3 separate listings and then not worry about it. That's also a problem, because even more frustrating, they don't tell you until you go submit that it's a duplicate and it's not allowed. So you can only list 1 at a time. I believe it goes off the picture. So you may have the option to put in a different picture and then it not recognize it as a duplicate. I don't know. So what I do, if I do have duplicates, once it sells, I go back in there, I just copy and paste the description and relist it, and it's done. Along the same lines as no duplicates, you don't have the ability to do a sell similar. So if you did sell one and you want to just sell one just like it and keep all the settings, it's not an option. So you do have to create it from scratch, but as you've seen, it's pretty easy to create one from scratch to begin with. So it's not that big of a deal, but just know that's not an option in case you're looking for it. Now, as it comes to making the sales, just so you'll know, I think the notifications to the buyer is a little iffy. With other platforms, you get cha-ching, or you get some kind of a notification, and for some reason that's lacking on Facebook Marketplace. I'll see an email come through. Sometimes I get a message on Facebook Messenger, and sometimes it'll show up as a little notification. But if I don't get it on anything, I always get the notification on email. So just keep that in mind. It just doesn't seem like it's up to par right now. Depending on how quick you want your money back so you can reinvest that capital in new product, this could be a problem, because Facebook indicates that they pay out 5 days after the product is delivered to the customer. Yes, so that means you have to wait for it to get to them. you have to wait for 5 days to pass, and I believe then you have to wait 2 or 3 days for it to transmit into your account. So, for example, I looked at one that I shipped and sold today, and the projected pay date is 10 days from now. That's a long time. I have seen up to 15 days, so just keep that in mind. It's not immediate. The other downfall, if you have an issue with a sale and you need to contact support, they do have an option to contact support, which I've done because, for example, someone ordered something, I printed the label, they asked me, oh, can you send it to this address because I moved and didn't update it through Facebook? And I'm like, I don't really know how we can do that. So I contacted Facebook through their app. It said, we will contact you within 24 hours. And if you don't hear from us by then, check your spam box, which I did. For 3 days now, still nothing. So I opted for refunding the customer, told them to update their address, which is, by the way, for the buyer, it's linked to their PayPal account. They had to go in and update the address, and then I recreated the listing because it had been closed since it was previously purchased, and then they repurchased it. So kind of a bit of a pain, but if you're looking for support, you're probably not going to get it. All sales are final, which is a good thing to some extent. So the buyer has an issue, they contact you. You have the ability to say yes or no, I agree or disagree. And if you want to refund the buyer, you do have the option. So that's good. Now, they do have a purchase protection as a buyer, so they can have up to 45 days after the delivery date or after the ship date to contact Facebook Marketplace for a claim. So if they're claiming that they didn't get the item or they're claiming a problem with it, Facebook Marketplace will open up a case. They'll send you a notification so you're aware of it. If they rule in favor of the buyer, they will refund the buyer the money, but they won't take it from the seller, which is great. So if they do that ruling, that's on them, no problem. If for any reason they rule in favor of the seller, then they close the case, everything's done. This is a great point because other platforms, especially the big one that we all love and use, a lot of us, eBay, they are really more in favor for the buyer, which I get, but sometimes it's just completely unfair. At least Facebook Marketplace right now is giving the seller a fair chance. So that's all that I have. I hope this video was very helpful for you guys. If you're not using Facebook Marketplace, let me know if this is going to help you kind of venture out in that. If nothing else, you can sell some stuff locally, avoid the fees, avoid the hassle. Always, if you do meet people local, remember to be safe. But I highly recommend it. The fees are low. That's so simple. Anyone can do it. You don't require any special equipment. And right now with the promos of the free shipping and the no fees, why not give it a shot if you're not already? If I missed something in the pros and cons, will you comment below and let me know what are some of the things you like about Facebook Marketplace or some of the things you just don't like? As an individual, just browse through the comments and maybe you'll learn a little bit more than you did in this video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you like this video, don't forget, press the like button because it helps the YouTube algorithm. If you're not subscribed and you like this video or you just like me, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to get notifications, there's a notification bell you can click on to be notified of videos as I put them out. I do post videos pretty regularly, so stay tuned for the next one. Thank you all for your time. I truly appreciate it. Say hi in the comments if nothing else, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.